What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Matt from Matt's California Fireworks, and I'm here with the annual reacting to the TNT prices video. And I just want to preface, as usual, like I said last year, this is the Fireworks Supercenter website run by Matt from the Fireworks Supercenter up in NorCal. I want to give a shout out to him because he releases these prices usually before TNT does, which also makes them kind of subject to change. So again, there's going to be a potential warning on this video, not necessarily the actual prices, but I just want to he gives us great updates. I'm from Southern California. I've never been able to shop at his stand, but for those of you in NorCal, go give him a holler. I know Beast preaches his stand too, and I want to preach his stand because I think he does a great job. So, I have not looked at any of these. I try and keep this completely genuine. There's a couple of prices that I've seen in the Discord already, and those ones you won't get a genuine reaction out of, but I'm trying to just look in the upper part of my screen. The other thing is this is only able to be recorded vertically, unfortunately, because his website doesn't have a horizontal. So I'm just going to name off the prices. Let's go ahead and scroll down. So you got snakes. $183. I think that's a bit more expensive than they used to be. I don't buy these. That's still not a horrible price for them. Smoke balls for $10 BOGO. Yuck. Blast $10 BOGO. Ground balloons $10 BOGO. I think they need to just take the BOGO off of both of these. I mean, Phantom has been selling 6 packs of ground blooms for $3.99, and Freedom, I mean, don't even get me started on Freedom. Freedom was like $4 for 2 6-packs last year. So that is what it is. Piccolo Pete's, that's actually a very nice deal. $7.49 for a 6-pack. If you want Piccolo Pete's, that's almost like the old price for Piccolo Pete's, like before this inflation started going crazy. That's a pretty good deal for those, actually. I think that might even be a better deal than Freedom has been having for those. So, BOGO, oh, these are buy one, get 2 free. Could be worse. I don't like that, though. Unicorn Poop, BOGO, I mean, if you have a little girl that likes them, yeah. Lightning Flash, it says it's out of stock. I don't think those are worth it. Neon Force is $17.99 BOGO. That's ridiculous. Don't buy that. Killer Bees, these have been a great deal for a long time. It says the regular price is $9, which, I mean, thank goodness they're $2.72, because $9 is not worth it for that fountain. But that's a good deal. Morning Glories, I think I did a rant last year about how $20 for these is just ridiculous. Because, I mean, picture a family of 4 that has $100, goes to a stand, and then they just blow 20% of their budget on sparklers. That's kind of ridiculous. I think that price is awful and needs to change. But practically everybody who goes to the stand is going to buy those. So TNT is obviously making bank off of those. Game mode for $5.99. That's okay. I think Jalapeno Popper is more expensive than that. Little Red Devil. Love the artwork. Not fond of the fountain anymore. Pink Diamonds for $12.99. It's not bad. That's not a bad price. Even for $15.99, it's not horrible. Good luck finding this, though. I haven't seen it at any of our stands in a long time. So I think that's probably a Supercenter exclusive. Majestic Unicorns. Wow. $27 for those. Wow. Dino Eggs. $15. That's, again, kind of wow. BOGO for Cool Cats. $13. That's Cool Breeze. They might not have Cool Breeze. This might be... Crickets at DFS is the same thing, or Freedom. Jalapeno Popper. This, for $12.99, you get 2. That's the same thing as this game mode. So, just buy the game mode. Save yourself like $1. I scrolled down a bit too far, but I didn't see any of the prices. USA Rocket, it looks like this is a Supercenter exclusive for $14. These aren't bad. I kind of like them. Even if, I mean, they kind of look cool just sitting on your shelf. So light one off and then save the top cap and have it on your shelf. Pink Ice, It looks like that's a Supercenter exclusive. $22. It's okay. We're at $14 for Purple Rain now. Yeah, ow. Fairy Wands, these keep going up in price every year. They're cool. Fruit Bowl, that's up $1 from last year. I don't think they're worth that. Some people do. I don't think they're worth that. Three Amigos, I gotta tell you, I've never actually in person lit this fountain. So that may or may not be a good price. I think $34.99 is probably too much for it. But that might be okay. That's going to be up to you guys. Flower Patch Kids, that's a pretty good price for it, but it looks like it's exclusive. Whoa! $15 Centennial. Yeah, okay, if you can find that, that's a must-have for sure. That is, I mean, it's not the $12 that it started with, but that's a good price. So that's going to be a definite grab. Revolution, $15.99. That's not bad for it. I haven't seen that fountain in a while. Smile for $19.99. That's okay. You can probably get that cheaper at Freedom. American Spirit for $15.99. Eh. Good versus Evil. That's a good deal, but it says it's exclusive. And I've also heard rumblings that this is going to be a register special. So, I don't know. I like Good versus Evil actually. Toxic Barrel, that's a shame. That went up $2. Still a good fountain, but we're kind of getting to the point where I'm not going to be a fan of that price. That sucks to see it go up again. Ellie, $35.99. That's also cheaper at Freedom, I'm pretty sure. Tentacles is really good. That's a big price increase from last year. Last year it was at $21 or $20. So I don't know if I can recommend it for $35, but it is a very good fountain. Crazy Bug, $29.99. It's not a bad fountain. I don't know if that's worth that. I've got to look into that. $50 for La Calca, or La Calaca. What was this last? It was like $36? Or, no, I don't know if it was $36, but that's... Ooh, wow. Magic Beans is up to $18. That says it's exclusive. Why are we charging $34 for this Sparkleberry? What are we doing? TNT Torch, that's actually a pretty good deal. If you can find it for that price, that's a good deal. Wild Side, again, if you can find it at that price, I think that's a good deal. BOGO Orchids for $12.99. Ow. I don't think they're worth that. Mighty Sword, $17.99. Yeah. Crypto, that's up in price again. It's a good fountain. I honestly thought $29.99 was kind of pushing it for it, though. $49.99 for Lava Panther. That's been the same as it is forever. I have one of those sitting in my stash. I gotta light it to see, so that won't happen until next time. Do not buy Bella. I know that looks good, but don't buy that. That's honestly crud. Exclusives, yeah. Laser Master, I can't speak to. It's been a while. World Champ, oh my gosh. Why is this $65? What are we doing? Honestly, I'm just kind of like sad about that. Poker Chips, $3.99. If you can find those, that's a good deal. Ninja Sticks are the same thing as Fairy Wands. Okay, Silent Insanity. That is a good deal for that. If you can find Silent Insanity for $29, yeah, pick that up. That's a good deal. Martian Man. This was like $30 when it came out. That sucks. Eternal Eruption, that's up $2. I don't think it's worth that. I really don't. Icebreaker is not bad. If you have a budget that's like small, I'd probably grab that. The barrel went down to $35. I don't think it's that impressive of a fountain, but it's down at least. Why are we charging $43 for Snow Chill. That's kind of ridiculous. Magic Seashell, I don't think it's worth $21.99. Tiny Titan, $16.99. I mean, that's not bad for it. I think it was $16 last year, so it's up a buck. That's not bad. Poppets, go buy those at Dollar Store. Mini Dagger, I don't know. Electro, okay, that's up $5. That's still a good fountain. I don't know that it's worth that much though. I'm pretty sure the dinos are up like $2. So that sucks. Beatbox, I can't remember. This might have been $29.99 last year. Or it could have been like $5 cheaper. I can't remember. It's honestly just a bunch of crackle. Okay, what do we got here? American Revolution, that's the same price. I think that's a pretty good deal, actually. No, I'm not going to call it a deal, but I don't think that's a horrible price for it. No complaints on that one. 5 Minute Showdown. It kind of just amazes me that we have $100 fountains. Atomic Salsa. For that, it's not horrible. I can't complain too much about that. Jungle Flower, $39.99. Again, I can't complain about that. What is the original? Is this seriously the original price? Is seriously $89.99? Okay, well, it's a good thing it's not the original price, because boy, is it not worth that. Centennial XL, this was like $50 last year, so that kind of sucks. A lot of people think Centennial XL and Atomic Salsa are rewraps. That is actually not the case. Atomic Salsa is completely different, and in my opinion, it's better. Tidal Wave for $50. Brainbuster, that's up a couple of bucks. Still a cool fountain. Delirium. Delirium's an exclusive. Are they phasing that out? That's like probably one of the most iconic TNT fountains. Opening show, that's up $10. Yikes. Allegiance. Well, why do they keep raising the price on this? I remember I volunteered at a stand a few years ago, and I sold some guy an Allegiance because he had asked for it, and it kind of broke my heart. But I didn't say anything because you never want to talk yourself out of a sale. Light Symphony, $62.99. Okay. Alright, now we're at new items. This is what I really wanted to see. Viva el Futbol, $12.99. I don't know. Again, if you're on a budget, that's probably something you want to grab. Sprinkles, that's actually a pretty nice price. I'm fairly happy with that. $19.99. Spinions, these are crackling brown blooms. I'm definitely going to be buying a pack of these. Mad Dog XL for $39.99. That's not bad. Lizard Wizard for $49.99. That's a bit more than I was hoping it was, but again, it could be worse. Liberty and Justice, $19.99. These are Good versus Evil rewrap. This is a Good versus Evil rewrap, so just grab those. That's actually, yeah, that's a good price for those. Final Salute. I think Matt's got the wrong photo for this, but $120. Ow. That's a good fountain, but I don't think it's worth that. I am really excited to see what Bald and Beautiful down here is worth. $39.99. Okay. That's about what I expected for it. So it's going to be the same price as the XL. American Pride for $70. That's alright. And then, okay, more exclusive stuff. We already went over these. Okay, Cool Breeze. Whoa. $15.99 BOGO for Cool Breeze? Okay, well, for years we were preaching Cool Breeze over Cool Cat. But now I think the Cool Cat's the cheaper one. Yikes. I think we went over all of these. Okay. Now we got conflicting information. Because the Toxic Barrel said it was $21.99, but down here it's listed as $15.99. If it's $15.99, great deal. Actually, grab like 3 of those. Bottle of Sparks for $14.99. Again, that's not a horrible deal. I think I don't know if they're going to have these everywhere, But this is actually a really good fountain. They're like orchids on steroids is what I like to call them. So let's see if Matt has anything else updated. Oops. Product. I want to see if he has the assortments. Okay, let's try this. Yep, it looks like everything's gone up in price again. $79.99 for the family pack. It just astonishes me to see the 49er at $99. I remember when that came out, it actually was $49. So that saddens me. 160. You guys need to stop buying assortments, please. What are we doing? $160. 194 for that. Thrill of the Countdown. I think these might just be Arizona ones. They're probably not worth it. Electrify. Big Deluxe. Perfect Shows 200 now. This is the only one that's like kind of worth it. But again, I don't think it's worth $500. Big Bang's at $800 still. I can't believe this is $60. So, let's go back here. Yeah, I hope that Toxic Barrel actually is $15.99, because if so, I'm going to probably buy the whole stand out of Toxic Barrels. I love those things. Let's look at finales. I think this is all stuff we've gone over. Like I said, if that's a good deal. Lizard Wizards is a good fountain. There's a Freedom rewrap that's probably cheaper. Exclusives. Let's try this. I want to see what he has in here. I mean, we've already gone over these. I just want to look over them one more time. So most of these, I'm going to see. Magic Beans is eh. Wild Side's a good price. Cool Breeze, cool price. Killer Bees, I'm sorry. Tentacles, eh. Snakes, eh. Cool Cat, Magic Seashell. Jungle Flower's okay. Scion Insanity's a good price. Crazy Bug's okay. Wild Side's a good price. Piccolo Pete's, that's a good price. Centennial's an excellent deal. Three Amigos, I think I just said I can't speak to it because I've never had it. The Barrel may or may not be a good deal. I don't think it is. I don't think that fountain's very good. Pink Diamonds is okay. TNT Torch is a good deal. Toxic Barrel, if that's the true price, because I saw $21.99 on another part of his website. And Bottle of Sparks, these two are good. Lightning Flash, don't buy them. So, there's the price video. And you saw my unfiltered reactions. There's some good deals, so make your list. Make a list of what you think you really want, of some of the deals, what you really want, and of course remember that this list is completely, it could change. So, hopefully we'll get Phantom and Freedom prices soon. Phantom usually comes out kind of decently soon. It's usually like the first or second week of June. And Freedom's a lot closer. But when we get the price information, I will be sure to react to it. Phantom might be difficult just because they usually upload this really low resolution version of their flyer. So yeah. The other thing I have coming is I have a video that I'm making on fountains that have good color. So that was requested to me last year. I'm going to make a video on fountains that have good color for people who really want color. A lot of good Phantom items in that regard, actually. I've noticed Phantom is a lot better with color than TNT is. And then TNT is a lot better with oomph in their fountains with crackle and stuff than Phantom is. So, anyways, that's all. I don't want to talk too much. And I'm going to sign off, and I'll see you guys on the next time. Make your lists.